Tevan Poghosyan is a member of Armenia's parliament and also president of the International Center for Human Development. He joins me now live from the capital, Yerevan. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure you're not surprised by what Azerbaijan has had to say. They, of course, insist Armenia has provoked the latest violence in this case. Obviously, you will disagree, but what I want to know is how does Armenia want to see this conflict resolved now?
Thank you for the invitation. As you mentioned correctly, I'm not surprised with the Azerbaijani propaganda talks on this discussion. But most funny point is that on the first day, they've been all the Azerbaijani officials, including Azerbaijani ambassador to Russia, has been declaring that yes, we attacked, yes, it was been our initiative. And now on the second day, when they start to have losses on the front line, they start to say that it has been Armenian provocation. Actually, international community don't having any other kind of points to believe on the Azerbaijani propaganda anymore, because the side that is neglecting request of international community to introduce investigative mechanism for ceasefire violations is Azerbaijan. The side who is rejecting taking out snipers from the first line is Azerbaijan. But let me go back to some of other points. I think, first of all, there are some mistakes in the general presentation of the case, because there is no occupied territories. The case of Nagorno-Karabakh is the case of self-determination.
But you know that the international community does not recognize that. The international community has said that this is still... But that is for, I think, the international community to resolve that in that separate arena. But what I would like to know is, how would you, as an Armenian, as a member of the Armenian government, like to see this conflict resolved now?
Okay. If you allow that I will continue, I will come to your point, because without that it would be very difficult to understand my proposed scheme for the resolution. I think historically and legally, Nagorno-Karabakh Republic is a case of the self-determination and fully going on in accordance with the all international legal ideas. What is the Minsk co-chairs group doing? They're seeking for the political solution, because on the legal level, Nagorno-Karabakh Republic self-independence is fully proved. And their political solution, this is the point, and the solution is going about the status of Nagorno-Karabakh Republic. This is the point where even Armenia is accepting the position of international community in the process of negotiation, not recognize Nagorno-Karabakh Republic, because if you're recognizing the status, you kind of don't having anything to discuss at the table of negotiation. I think the whole international community during these 2 days many times stated idea over which we have to really follow and go to find the solution is peaceful negotiation. And two parties at the table of negotiation is Nagorno-Karabakh Republic and Azerbaijani Republic that have to sit down and discuss possible political solution where the three principles proposed by the Minsk co-chair groups on the self-determination, on peaceful means for resolution of the conflicts, and territorial integrity should be found in a one formula to go. I think in reality, if people thinking about no one is recognizing now, many countries have their long fight for their independence, and people of Nagorno-Karabakh Republic are not going to give up, and they will continue till the victory. That's why in this regard, as soon sides will get to the room when they would start to their peaceful negotiation between Nagorno-Karabakh Republic and Azerbaijan, sooner we'll get to the solution.
In the meantime, though, are you concerned now with the very serious tension that's building on your immediate borders with both Turkey and Azerbaijan, as well as the current tensions between Turkey and Russia?
You know, it's the region which is historically was always under the tension. There is always the various kind of tensions between the sides. And I think on that regard, it should be perfectly understood that until we are not going to understand that historical facts have been should be taken into account, but with the idea of looking to the future. See, like Armenia done its best for the football diplomacy, but Turkey kind of failed it. Turkey is always denying Armenian genocide and not establishing diplomatic relationship. Russia is having its own interest in the region and trying to pursue their own policy with their own interest. Azerbaijan is looking for the only military solutions for the region. And definitely in this case, tensions could be taken only in the case when all nations in the region would start to think in the mentality of cooperation
Mr.
and
Poghosyan,
thinking for the prosperity.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there. We'd like to thank you so much for joining us on TRT World.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll be back in 2 minutes' time with your headlines. Do stay with us.